Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, you know who it is. Coming at you with, don't throw tomatoes at me, a Dallas Cowboy mock draft 81.0. And ironically, 81.0. And we have not done one trade back like these blowjobs out there. Captain trade back. Bro, you got to realize, man, I might do one or two of them right before the draft. But all these channels where you see like crazy trade backs, man, over on the Twitter machine, man, it's you can manipulate these machines to make any draft look like an A plus. It's comical, bro. I've seen dudes trade back 3, 4 times. Listen, is it possible Dallas trades back? Absolutely, it's possible because we don't have a fourth round pick, so they're going to be looking to recoup an extra third. You know what I'm trying to say? But I would like to get a third and a fourth. If you like the video, subscribe and like. It don't cost a dime. Boom. All right. Like I said, 81 at 12. The stupid music plays. Dun, dun, dun. Listen, bro, this kid is going to get somebody fired or he's going to get somebody promoted. Somebody is going to either look like a genius or they're going to be parking cars for the NFL team. And this player goes by the name of Shamar Stewart, / defensive tackle / edge. Texas A&M, 6'6", 290. Now, in 3 years of college football, he's had 4.5 sacks. Last year, he had 14 tackles, 1.5 sacks. But why I call him the Dallas Cowboys special is he had 44 pressures. So all Dallas fans will be happy with him as long as he gets 1 sack, but he gets the 44 pressures. But the 44 pressures is a nice number, bro. What is he? 6'6", 290. Is he an edge? I don't know. Is he a defensive tackle? I don't know. Honestly, he can play both, man. You throw his ass out at edge, Ming. That's a nasty man. That's nasty. But he got a big bag to go to Texas A&M. What's going to happen in Dallas when he becomes a star and he gets a bigger bag? I don't know. But let me tell you something. Like there's a saying, you want the first kid off the bus. That's this kid, man. So like I said, I'm throwing him at a hybrid, D-tackle edge. I throw him at edge, to be honest with you. Dallas's edges are midgets. So at pick 44, we have Alfred Collins, defensive tackle, Texas. He's a one-tech, 6'5", 330. Tell Maxi Pad. That's it. This is. Listen, man. It usually takes 4 years to properly grade an entire draft class. I'm giving Maxi Pad 1 more year because I don't see Dallas picking up his 5th-year option. And number 2, what good are you if you do jack shit for 4 years and then you just show up for your contract year? What good are you, bro? Because what? Now you had an incentive to play. So now what's going to happen? Listen, even if Mozzie Smith has a good 4th season, I don't want him. Because what's going to happen once he gets that bag? He's going to go right back to the bag of shit that he was, bro. I'm sorry, man. Mozzie Smith plays defensive tackle on roller skates. Alfred Collins is just a beast, stops the run, and he disrupts the run by being in the backfield. It's amazing. As a defensive lineman, you don't even have to make the tackle, but getting into the backfield just disrupts the play. Like, it's amazing. And it's amazing how, like, you can have an offensive line of all Pro Bowls, and you get that one DL that's living in the backfield, he can make that whole offensive line look bad. That's why you attack the weaknesses. Next kid, he's sliding, but not in my world, but whatever. It is what it is. Pick 76, Wyatt Mullen out of West Virginia. 6'6", 320, 3-year starter, state champ wrestler. For some reason, at the Senior Bowl, they wanted to play this kid at guard. They wanted to play this kid at center. This just shows you why people and organizations fuck up talent, man. Acronym KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Amazing creations, boom. Thank you for jumping in the chat. Listen, man, if it's not broke, don't fix it, man. Why do people make this sport harder? This is not calculus, people. If someone's good at a position, why are you going to say, oh, let's just switch them over here to somewhere else? It's ridiculous, man. It's just, but like I said, this just shows you how yeah, Collins is like Hainsworth, but Hainsworth was, man, yeah, no, I mean, Mozzie's like Albert Hainsworth, once he got paid, he was just a like straight bum, bro. There was a funny video of him. He got carted off the field. He had like the towel over his head, like he had a career-ending injury. And they're like, yo, there's nothing wrong with you. And they made him walk back out. And like Clinton Portis, everybody that's sitting on the sidelines, like, yo, holy shit, look at this. He's coming back out. That guy was just a straight-ass bum. And then you know what's funny too? He got knocked out. He got knocked out in Vegas, man. Before he went to the Redskins, he was on the Titans, and he had an issue with Pac-Man Jones. And Pac-Man Jones was with his crew in Vegas, and Albert Hainsworth was playing cards. Bing! Guess he didn't have a good jaw. At 149, Georgia linebacker Samuel Muldoon. 6'3", 235, super athletic. He's a missile. He can play at any linebacker spot. Dallas needs linebackers. You notice, people, he's on the bigger side, 6'3", 235. That was at pick 149. At pick 171, this kid is rising. I don't even see him being there at 171. R.J. Harvey, running back, UCF, University of Central Florida. 5'9", 210. He had an average year. He only had 1,600 yards and 25 touchdowns. And ironically, in 2023, he pretty much had the exact same thing. But yet, nobody was talking about this kid. Another kid no one's talking about. This is also a Dak-friendly draft because in this draft, we're getting 2 wide receivers and 2 running backs also. 174, Nick Nash. What? No one's talking about him, but I have for months. And I got to go back into my books to see what ranking he was during the year. Nick Nash, wide receiver, San Jose State. On the bigger side, not too big. 6'3", 200. He had 1,400 yards and 18 touchdowns. He is flying up the boards also, man. I'm sorry, man. Way too many Big 12 wide receivers out there. I'm sorry. But listen, man, for every Dez Bryant, for every CeeDee Lamb, for every Amon St. Brown, for every DeAndre Hopkins, there are 1,000 Big 12 wide receiver busts. And that's just my personal opinion, which means absolutely nothing. So that was pick 174. Like I said, this is a quarterback-friendly draft too, but we're getting good players. At 204, I love this kid, and it's ironic. So ironic, bro. This kid did shit his first 3 years in college. He was in my top 10 in May. Why? Because I could spot talent. And he played on a team where the quarterback had a horrible deep ball. And his name is Keandre Lambert-Smith, Penn State transfer. He played on Penn State for 3 years, and Drew Allar's deep ball was horrendous. Transferred 6'1", 190, transferred to Auburn, and basically in 1 year on an Auburn team that wasn't the greatest, eclipsed what he did at Penn State in 3 years. Now, 6'1", 190. And like I said, I really don't. I know what he was. I know what I saw. I saw a kid with blazing speed with a horrendous quarterback that couldn't get him the ball at Penn State. Then he goes, now 6'1", 190. He has good hands. And then he goes to the combine and runs a 4.38. And he plays like he 4.38. There's a lot of guys out there that run crazy speed but don't translate it to the football field. This kid will stretch the field. At 211 is Malachi Moore. I don't see him being this far back. I truly don't. But you never know. He could have some medicals. I don't know. He's a strong, willing tackler, 6 foot, 200 pounds, 7 interceptions, 18 passes defense. He's played a lot of football. And what's the other Alabama safety? He went to the Giants. Brian Branch, something like that. It was a few years ago. He just signed somewhere else. I think he might have signed with the Redskins, to be honest with you. He reminds me of him, but Malachi Moore is shorter than him. I like to comp people a lot. Next, at pick 239, this kid will be there day 3. Plays for Iowa, bro. Yahya Black. Defensive tackle / edge. Like I said, this kid has edge flex, and he could be a perfect five tech in a 3-4 also. He had a good week at the Senior Bowl too, but he had a good week playing. Iowa's defense is no joke. 6'5", 290. His best football is way ahead of him. At pick 240. Now, earlier we got a speedster at running back. Now at pick 247, and this kid will be there. He will be there day 3. Running back Phil Maffa, Clemson, 6'1", 230. The perfect goal line back, but yet this kid is crazy athletic and he has good hands. 2024, 1,115 yards with 8 touchdowns. In 2023, he had 965 yards with 13 touchdowns. And don't sleep on this kid coming out of the backfield and catching a pass. For a big kid, for a very big kid, he is crazy athletic. So this draft, we went 3 defensive linemen, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 linebacker, 1 offensive tackle, 1 safety. I don't know how much better you can get than that. But Dallas will fuck the draft up. 100%. 100%. Dallas is going to take a corner. Like, in my opinion, they're going to take a corner like just it's the law. Was it Murphy's Law? If something wrong can happen, it will. Remember these names. Will Johnson, corner, Michigan. Round 1, Dallas. Round 2, I could see Dallas going wide receiver. Do we really trust the Joneses or Will McClay at this point? I know I don't. Amazing Creations, thank you for jumping in the chat. Later, like I said, it's a weekend. I'm going to be dropping everybody else on Monday. Later on, I'm going to be coming out with a 32-team first-round mock draft 7.0 edition. I got away from that now. I'm going to be going back to that. And then after Monday, I'm have everybody out. Then it's just going to be daily sleepers and mocks and fun ways of making it. Yo, Danny, Amazing Creations. Yo, Danny, do you think Kenneth Murray is Brian Bosworth? I like Deion Walker. Listen, I like Deone Walker too a lot. It came out that I think he's 21. Came out that he's had a back condition for like 15 years. And his back bothered him in the 2024 season, but it didn't bother him in the 2023 season. Now, my opinion on Deone Walker is, dude, the dude is 6'7", 360. He's just a genetic freak. Me, personally, I would not touch his back. I would not operate on him. 805 on, boom. Why can't we have a real one tech trash can full of dirt? I got you one. This draft I did. I definitely got you one. All the defensive linemen I drafted were monsters. Big, which I mean is big in size. But if I'm Deone Walker and a team like wants to draft me and a team wants to operate on me, I say no. If Deone Walker gets his back operated on, he's gonna be a bust, because he's had this condition for 15 years, but it's not like you have it. It's not like it just happened. It's not like the injury just happened in the 2024 season. He's had it for the last 15 years. So you've seen him play at a high performance with the back injury. Listen, bro, you let somebody open up your back, you will never, ever, ever be the same. Show me one NFL player that's had back surgery and came back and was the same. I'm waiting. There never is. Yeah, no. There a few years ago, like maybe 3 years ago, I think it was the C word year, there was a cornerback out of Virginia Tech, and he hurt his back, and it showed up at the combine. They operated on him. Yo, this kid was supposed to be like a top 5 pick. He went at the end of the first round, and I think he's played like 5 games in his career. And I think he's out of the NFL. If Deone Walker has good people around him, you better be like, listen, bro, some days it might flare up, some days it won't. The days it flares up, you shoot him in the back, throw a few perks down his mouth, and say, yo, get out there. Listen, I love Deone Walker, but he did have better 2023 tape, and now we know why he had better 2023 tape, because in 2024, his back was bothering him, but it's something he's had for 15 years. Nah, man. Long time, real quick, man. I'm showing my age. Yo, we spent crazy money. It was when Bill Parcells was here. Dallas spent crazy money. They went out and signed one of the Green Bay Packers guards, Marco Rivera. He played for Penn State. The kid was all pro. They gave him big money too. So he signs a big money contract, comes to Dallas, and just all luck, he hurts his back squatting. They operate on him. He missed the entire year, came back the next year, was a shell of himself. And yo, he was actually like such a stand-up dude. He actually gave back even like half the money because he was like, he didn't deserve it. Yo, he was just a shell of himself. Another reason you don't mess with your back, there's an ESPN, Mark Schlereth. He was a guard. He played for Denver. He played for the Redskins. He played for a few teams. They used to call him Stink because he used to piss himself in the huddle. And he had basically 27 surgeries throughout his entire body, his knees, his shoulders. He had one surgery on his back. And he said he would rather do the other 26 surgeries all over again than the one back surgery, because he said after that one back surgery, he goes, he was never the same. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, you got family out there, parents, grandparents. Never let them open up your spine, bro. Never. You're never the same. Trust me, bro. Throughout my life, I've spoken to thousands of people with bad backs. I've dropped over 10 grand on stem cell treatments on my back. I would never let anybody open up my back. Fuck that, man. Nah, man, it's crazy. You can also look, man. It's crazy. Out on the West Coast, there's like numerous people in billion. It's like like million dollar lawsuits. All these people, all these doctors were operating on people, and they didn't know it. But the hardware they were putting in their back was counterfeit from, let's just say, a country with a red flag. We'll leave it at that. It was all counterfeit. So these people were walking around with cages and bolts in their back, and then they were breaking. The bolts and the cages were breaking. People legit were committing suicide. That's how bad their backs were. And it came out years later that all the hardware the doctors were putting in was counterfeit. But people legit committed suicide. There was also a Texas cat. A doctor operated on his back, probably threw like one script at him, didn't want to know him, made him worse. And the dude went to the hospital, killed like the doctor and like 3, 4 people. A good friend of mine, he has a fucked up neck, man, and he had to get a disc operated on. The doctor operated on the wrong disc. And then when he confronted him, you know what the doctor's answer was? Oops. Granted, the kid got like a $3 million, settlement, but now he's on his 9th neck surgery. And the back of his neck looks like he got hit with a hatchet. I'm telling you, Mel, don't ever let anybody open up your neck, your back. There's other ways around it. Sorry if I ranted. We were just talking about Deone Walker's back and stuff like that. Mock draft 81.0 is in the books. I dropped my daily sleeper earlier. Later on, I'll be coming out with mock draft 32 team 7.0 edition. And tonight, everybody check out Fifth Quarter Cowboys. He should be on tonight. And then Monday, I'm done. I'm done with all my players. I'll be putting everybody out. Monday is going to be a long day. I'm going to get some coffee Monday. I used to drink a lot of coffee, but now, not so much. Thank you, Major Creations. Thank you for jumping in the chat. 805 Vaughn, thank you so much for jumping in the chat. Because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO, it's for life, over and out. See you later with the 7.0 32 team mock draft.